Well, really proud of this team, these players. We talk a lot about responding, making them snap it again, no panic. College football is a long game, and it's going to go back and forth. And obviously this game played out exactly like that. Couldn't be more proud of the way they continued to fight. Did not play our best in some areas, but you just keep responding and you play for 60 minutes, and I totally thought they did that. I mean, you guys watched the game, but that fourth quarter, some huge plays, fourth down stop, obviously the drive to seal the deal with Everett. Anthony Gould comes in the game, hadn't targeted at all, big time catch, and then gets the fly sweep around there. So just resilience, because that's a good football team, well-coached football team that we just played. Got a bunch of respect for them, but came out on top on a great college football game. I did think the crowd made a difference. Energy in it, student section, and we'd love that to continue as we go down this road, and we won't be back in home for a couple weeks, but playing at home in Rejzohn, when it's got some energy, it definitely helped our guys.
Everything's been going well for Chance. Tonight there was a struggle with 10 minutes, he had a fumble. Did you look it in the eye? What did you see when it came off? What did you see?
Yeah, I think the kid's competitive. He's battling out there. He didn't throw it overly accurate tonight. I don't think he saw the coverage all that well tonight. That was not a good play to fumble and give him the ball and whatever it was, the 5. But the kid responded, and we needed to answer. And he got in there and made a strike to Anthony. And look, he did not have his A game, but at the end of it, he found a way to help us win it.
This wasn't quite the offensive type game of the 2000 game up at Husky Stadium, but did it have some of the feel of that, just the intensity and the back and forth? And did it feel a little bit like that?
Well, it felt intense. I can't totally remember 2000, but I know that this didn't shock me going into this game, knowing these guys' history defensively. You could see it on tape. Our defense kept battling, and really, we got to find some answers for the Wildcat, because outside of that, I thought our defense played really well. Got a couple of turnovers early, gave us some scores that way, and they came up huge with the fourth down stop in an intense football game.
Jonathan, you mentioned Anthony Gould, and he had a big game a few weeks ago. Not much to see from him since then. Can you just talk about him being ready when his number was called?
He totally was. When his number was called, because he had the monster game a couple of weeks ago. Last week, a lot of that stuff that Jaydon was getting is similar mold to Anthony, and so he didn't bat an eye. He just went back to work, and he totally was ready, because he wouldn't get a bunch of snaps even in the first half. He wasn't running around out there that much, but when his numbers was called in a critical situation, he was ready.
So, Jonathan, 2 questions for you. I know asking you to remember the 2000s is a lot, but what about your time at Washington? Does this win mean anything to you personally?
I'm quick to say, no. Yeah, I mean, all these wins mean something, And I'll say this, pre and post game, seeing a lot of people from that university that are big time people, coaches, off the field, staff, football ops, strength staff. You just know a lot of people over there, and I got a bunch of respect for them. And it's definitely nice to beat those guys.
And I know you've raved about your defense a little bit already, but they made some critical turnovers, too, both in the first half and late in the game, some stops. What can you say about their ability to rise to the moment, regardless of when in the game it is?
Yeah, they've been huge. I mean, they got the first fumble, great field position. We punched that in. Avery gets the interception. And, again, we consider it a turnover when we get a fourth down stop. And there wasn't a bigger play in the game in that moment to come up. Everyone, I would assume, in the stadium knows they're going to run quarterback sneak. And we own the line of scrimmage.
That resilience that you were talking about, is that something you feel like you can build off of? And is it something that, can help you out the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think you can definitely build off. This is a learning experience. The game's not exactly going your way. There's going to be some back and forth, and there's not going to be any quit. Understanding that we're more than capable of finding to win a game when we haven't played our best.
I know we can have this discussion after every game about Avery Roberts. It just seemed like he had a lot of open field tackles, the interception. What did you see from him? It just seemed like he really stood out.
Yeah, he again watching it from the sideline, you don't see exactly like the tape, and we'll watch that. But he was around the football a bunch. The guy's a good tackler, getting them on the ground because we missed some tackles, and they had some athletes out there. The guy has some leadership, and the ball bounces his way, comes up with a pick, and we're going to count on him to continue to lead that defense.
Coach, did you see the result of the Oregon game before coming on the field tonight?
I did. We sit there and watch all those games throughout the day. So we did. And that didn't shock me either. In this league, you got to play well to win, and everybody can beat everybody. Yeah, I mean, just like this game tonight, could have gone either way. And so I think it'll be continued in this Pac-12 conference throughout the season.
90 seconds to go. It almost looked like Washington was trying to let you guys score there.
They were.
Is that what you thought?
That's what I totally thought. Which is, again, there's a bunch of strategy at the end of the game, which you look at odds, and for them, the best chance to get back in the game probably was to let us score, and they got enough time to go answer it. And so once that was taking place, we got into great field goal range. That was the strategy. We knew the timeout situation, we could run it all the way down. And, you just say it was pretty much an extra point, and you win a game. I feel great about Everett drilling that. I have not talked to him, but I'm sure it was pretty special. I think for that whole unit, those guys work really hard. I was really pleased that he wins the game like this, too, because he missed an early one. But he's been continuing to eat kickoffs. We got a bunch of confidence in him, and so it was the best play I felt like to win the game.
So I guess it was obvious when you ever been through anything like that in football?
Have I ever been a part of something like that? Yeah. Other than beating Oregon last year, that's right there. It was a hard-fought battle, all 60 minutes, and we came alive.
What did that feel like at the end when the students were rushing the field and you guys won the game, obviously? What was going through your mind?
I mean, it's what you dream about for playing college football. Like, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to be a part of a team rushing the field. I rushed the field when I was a kid, and it was just lovely out there. It was a bunch of fun, and that's what I dream of.
The 4th and 1 play, did you guys know it was coming?
Yeah. Quarterback sneak? Yeah, we knew it was coming.
How did you guys prepare for that?
Because they did it before earlier in the game, so we just strap your helmets up and just go. Just fight.
Not just the win itself, but the way you won. Having to go for all 4 quarters, come back, and win it down offensively at the end. What does it say about the grit of this team to win the way you did tonight?
We don't give up, and all the practice we always preach. It's a 60-minute game. It's not just one half, it's not just one quarter, but it's 60 minutes. So whatever we do, we got to make sure we come out and play for 60 minutes, and then we can be victorious just how we were tonight.
I know it's early, but you folks are atop the Pac-12 North standings right now. Did you imagine that 5 weeks ago or before, at the start of the season?
We knew it as a team because we know how much how much work we put in. And we always just keep fighting no matter what. We're not going to get happy with where we are now. We're going to keep going. But I just know from the summer workouts, spring workouts, everybody was focused on winning the games and then playing whole 60 minutes. So I knew this was going to happen. We just got to keep going. It's just the beginning.
And what did Coach say to you guys at halftime? I mean, it was 17-17 at half, and you guys came into the second half and just kind of owned it. What did he tell you guys?
He told us it's just one half down. We got a whole another half to go. We got to keep playing how we playing. We got to play better than what we played in the first half, and I think we did that. We just had to keep fighting.
For the 5th consecutive game, the defense and turnovers, what you guys were able to provide for the offense, what does that mean to you, just saying the entire progression of this season from the preseason into now, and Coach Blue, obviously, his favorite part?
Yeah. I just think, practice, we preach turnovers, we preach 3rd down stops, 4th down stops, and when we finally do it, we just want to keep doing it. So when we finally do it, we're not happy where we are, but we just got to keep going because it's only the first half of the season.
The winning 42-20 and all of those are great, but what's it mean? What's the value of winning a game like this where you really did have to battle all the way through? And, unlike Purdue where it came up a little short, this one comes out on the right end.
I mean, it shows people that we're not just like a talk team. We're going to show people that we play 60 minutes. We got to show people we're going to thug it out. and we're going to show people that like it's not just an easy win when you come play us. Like you're going to have to fight for 60 minutes, and I feel like that's what we're showing teams now, and we're just getting started.
Rejzohn, what did you guys learn about yourself
We I don't think we learned anything we didn't know. You know, we fight every day in practice. We claw at each other every day in practice. This is what we work for. So I don't think it's a surprise to us because how hard we work here. So I don't think we learned anything new.
What was that feeling like when the ball went through the uprights and the students started rushing the field? What kind of went through your mind?
It's an indescribable feeling. You can't explain that. Like working hard and finally getting paid for it. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a paycheck. You know, you've been working all week, grinding all week, the last 2 weeks, and then you get your paycheck. That's what it feels like.
Rejzohn, can you have just talk about the defense's confidence the last couple of weeks? It really seems like you guys are starting to, kind of put things together on that side of the ball, and as evidenced by some big stops at the end of the game.
I think our confidence has always been there as a group. It's just moving as a unit and knowing individually if you take care of your job, the man on the side is going to take care of his job. So trust, that also works into it. But film study, practicing hard, that's what comes with confidence. So.
Rejzohn, did you guys know the result of Oregon's game coming onto the field today?
Oh, yeah, I sat in the training room and watched the end of it. I didn't tell nobody, but knowing if we won, we'd be the #1 team in the North. I didn't want to put no pressure, but, I mean, yeah, we knew.
Now that you are the #1 team in the North, how does that feel?
I don't think it's going to change us. I think we just go to work, put our head down, and just keep playing.
Just curious, was there any, we're not done yet in the locker room tonight?
I mean, at half we were up, so it wasn't we're not done yet, but it was come on, let's finish this. And then they go up in the fourth, and it was it's a long game. 10 minutes, I think like 10 minutes, 9 seconds to go. I'm telling the rest of the DBs it's a long game. We're going to get a stop, get the offense the ball back, and we'll win this game. And that's just basically how it went.
What can a game like this do for you guys? One where you really had to grind it out, and now you've kind of got some momentum going.
I think it does a lot for us. I mean, we've been working, and we finally got paid for it. I feel like last year we were so close, a lot of games, and then we couldn't pull through, and this was the first time we fought to the end and we pulled through. So, good four-quarter fight.
Let's go.
Well, I'll start with, have you ever been in that spot before? The game on the line?
Not exactly. In high school, a little bit. There's a couple times where it was game-tying field goal, but never game-winning like that.
Never a game winner at the last kick of the game?
No, I never had that before.
So, never been in that spot. What went through your mind as you're walking out on the field?
The biggest thing is I just trust my preparation. Been through it all the time in practice. I know Dylan's going to give me a great snap. Luke's going to give me a great hold out there, and I was 100% confident that I'll just go out there and make it.
Did Coach Smith or Cook say anything to you before you went out, or did they leave you alone?
They just left me alone. I think that's a lot of kickers just kind of like to be in their own space and just get ready to go out there. I think is the biggest thing.
Oh, sorry. So as soon as it goes through the uprights, who's the first person to reach you? What's going through your mind then? And how did you make sure you didn't get tackled as the fans stormed the field?
The first thing I do is I always say great hold to my holder, Luke. I go find my snapper, Dylan. I try to at least kind of getting tackled. But other than that, I was just trying to stay up on my feet and just enjoy the moment.
Do you want it centered, or would you want it off to the left and the right for the kicker?
I like the ball centered, so that's what I think Coach Smith had him doing. Just in the center of the field is best for me, I think.
There was about a minute and a half left. It became obvious it was going to come down to a kick. You had to know that. What were you doing on the sideline just to get ready for that? Did you look out there at all? Just kind of what was going through your mind in those 90 seconds?
Yeah, so I was on the sideline. I was really just trying to kick into the net, focus, tell myself, keep trusting yourself, just keep doing what you're doing. I'd missed one earlier in the day, obviously, so I really wanted to make up for that one, to be honest. But other than that, chance in the offense, they ran the ball down the field. They got me extremely close and made it a lot easier on me.
Generally, as a kicker, you only get a couple opportunities a game. When you come to that situation, how do you kind of push the nerves away and just go and kick?
Definitely. Coach Cookus always talks about it's one shot, one kill type mentality. When you go out there, you only got one take at it. And I think it's the biggest thing is you got to rep it in practice and be comfortable out there and just know that you're confident.
Is that one of those things that growing up as a kicker, you kind of envision yourself with the game on the line and yourself in that pressure position? Is that something that you kind of dream about?
Yeah, definitely. Especially in those types of situations. As a kicker, obviously, we really just look forward to those. Those type of moments, you know, you really get to impact the game, and it's a lot of fun.
You were so low after that one. You look like you're about 180 degrees the other way around.
Well, yeah. I mean, we won. So I guess winning will turn you that much around.
How emotional are you right now?
I mean, I'm emotional because it's fresh after a game. It was a hard-fought game, back-and-forth game. In the end, we prevailed. We got away with the victory. I'm all excited right now celebrating the win, but same thing tomorrow. It's right back to work.
What did you guys learn about yourselves tonight in this situation?
I mean, nothing that we didn't already know. We knew we were resilient. We knew that every single game, especially Pac-12, is going to be a four-quarter fight. So not as much but learning about ourselves, but going out in there, you know, and executing and, you know, doing enough to at least win.
How satisfying was it to have a defensive stop like that?
I mean, shoot, a fourth down, you know, a QB sneak, that's big time. You know, give the offense the ball, you know, on our own territory to go down and, you know, ultimately Everett banged it through the uprights, you know, to win the game. So that was huge. You know, that was huge. You know, Coach Tibbs always says, bite, scratch, claw, compete your butt off, but make them snap it again. And that's the mantra, and that's all we did. Just kept making them snap it again. And yeah, I'm just proud of my team overall. I'm proud of how we flew around out there. I'm proud of how, you know, we never got too low. We never got too high. We kind of stayed even-keeled. And I'm just proud of how we always have each other's backs.
Jaydon, you've been through a lot in your time here at Oregon State, and this year it just seems like so much of that hard work is coming to fruition. What does it feel like now, 4 weeks in a row, that you guys have come out on top and made sure that you, like, try to put into words what it means to see all that hard work start to pay off week after week?
I mean, like you said, been through a lot here. You know, I took a lot of L's, you know, being here over my time. Took a lot of, you know, close, heartbreaking losses as well. So to be on the flip side, it means everything. And it's not to say that we couldn't have been on the flip side, you know, in the past. But now, you know, we're on the winning side. And in order to keep this momentum, you know, it won't happen looking back, celebrating the fact that we won 4 straight games. You know, you can't get complacent. Not as much, you know, how do you bounce back, but how do you handle success? And I think our coaches and, you know, our leaders on the team, the culture of our team, you know, the culture of the entire program, does a great job of keeping us humble because there's been, you know, lower times, as you stated. So just, you know, looking at moving forward and, you know, looking to go 1-0 next week. Like I said, we'll celebrate tonight. We'll clean up the tape tomorrow, and it's right back to work.
How steep is a thing like that where you have to fight from play one to the end? And is maybe there's some more momentum in a game like that, in a win like that?
I mean, yeah, a game that's so tight like that, it's always going to be, you know, back and forth. But, you know, going into every single game, the main message that we say is it's a 4-quarter fight. You know, college football is a long, long game. You know what I'm saying? You can't, like I said, you can't get too high, you can't get too low. You kind of have to stay right here and live right there. And so for us, you know, such a hard-fought game, you know, back and forth, we just focus series on series, you know, snap by snap. You know, it's all about execution. And, you know, like I said, we're just fortunate to come out with the win.
Jaydon, earlier this week, Anjay said that this is the closest team he's ever been a part of at his time at Oregon State. Do you agree with that statement?
Oh, wholeheartedly. And I think that's just a testament to, like I said earlier, the culture that we've built here at Oregon State. You know, there's about 20 different guys that I would say people on this team would call and look up to as leaders. And everybody's just so on the same page, you know. I think one of the biggest things for us, not even stemming from this recent summer, but like during the COVID offseason when we weren't playing ball, I mean, guys really took the time to, you know, try to understand one another and grow closer to football because we didn't have any football. And I can't be more happy. I can't be more proud to be a part of this team.
Okay, last question for Jaydon Carter.
Seemed like there were a couple of times where the momentum totally flipped in this game, and one of those was early in the game when your defense forced that fumble, and then the offense scores 2 touchdowns in a row. How much of a boost did those turnovers give you guys? Because that was a big element of last week's one too.
Yeah, I mean, the turnover inside their own territory, giving our offense an extremely short field, I mean, that's huge. Like you said, that's a momentum booster. And like I said, we knew that we were going to have that. The message is always to try to force as many turnovers as we can to win the turnover margin. And we knew we were going to need them tonight, and I think our defense stepped up in that area. Like I said, it wasn't perfect. I certainly had, a far, far, far from perfect or even good in my eyes game. So, like I said, it's back to the drawing board, and we look forward to that. We look forward to walking in the building and not dwelling on the win, but like let's go, let's go 1-0 this week as well.
B.J., when did it become obvious to you that you guys were just going to be able to run the ball? And look at the passing game, you're just going to have to ride that anything.
We knew coming in that the Washington defense was going to be tough because it's the best defense in the pack we ever played against. So we just had to keep grinding and keep pushing, and that's what we did.
10 minutes ago, I'm wondering if you guys are on the sideline, if you're down 7 after the turnover and the touchdown, you're put in a spot where you got to do something. What did you guys talk about on the sideline?
We just told everybody to stay together and keep pushing. We knew it was going to be a 4-quarter fight, and we just had to keep doing what we was doing. I mean, we was just doing what we was doing at practice. I mean, that's what we came in here to do. We just had to keep pushing, and Fenwick kept running hard and getting us first downs and stuff. So, I mean, that's what we had to do. O-line did their job.